Crazy things are happening. Last night I smoked a spliff on camera. Half tobacco, half marijuana. I'm a health coach, for crying out loud. I'm smoking. Well, I quit. And I did it on camera to demonstrate. I wanted to demonstrate how to do the fire ceremony for quitting. And, you know, a little bit of law of attraction. You got 40,000 people that saw that. Not that they all saw it at once, but we had 40,000 views last night. So that's accountability. This is sage. This is coffee on the stove. This is maple syrup. I titled this stream "Addicted to Sugar?" ? Because they stopped eating Saturday. So, because I'm not eating, to address my blood sugar challenges. I'm doing, usually would do honey with my tea, but now that I have coffee, I think the flavor of maple syrup goes better with coffee. Some people say that, you should fast with just water and no sugar. That's probably true. I think maple syrup's better than regular sugar. It's a monoglyceride, which means it's used to fuel healthy bacteria. It's used as food for bacteria, and it doesn't have enzymes. So people with candida, they say, oh, if you have candida, don't have sugar. The thing is that Candida can be healed. And this I'm using as a transition. Because obviously I don't want to eat. I'm going to use half of it. How much maple syrup is that? A lot, right? Addicted to sugar, question mark. 8 servings, so I just had 4 servings times 24 grams of sugar, 27 grams of carbs. So let's say 4 servings, 100. This is 100 grams of sugar that I just had. Wow. Putting that into context, huh? I like it a lot. My excuse is I'm trying to poop. Stopped eating on Saturday. This actually could be warmer. Did a liver flush Sunday. Stopped eating Saturday, liver flush Sunday. I'll show you what I ate or what I drank since then. I did it twice each, or maybe once with the alpha, which is this. The serving is this much, 1/4 teaspoon. And I put this in a jar about the same size with water. Shake it up, drink the whole thing. That was the first thing that I drank after doing the liver flush. I pooped that out already, I think. So, because I definitely took one poop and, you know, it wasn't a normal looking poop. It definitely looked like, you know, the shape inside, like the shape of my intestine. So if you take a poop that's loose and it falls apart in the water, okay, you can't look at it. If you take a poop that's, I wouldn't call it hard because it's not, I didn't have to struggle, you know? It did slow down because I have a sluggish colon. I'll talk about that in a second. But it wasn't like I was straining to get it out. But it did have like indents in it that looks like it was the inside of the intestine, if that makes sense. Like you could see the shape because it's the opposite of what the shape is, right? It's indented. So no stones came out. So there goes the whole theory of the stones is caused by the olive oil and the lemon. Right? I've done it where stones come out. And I did it the same way. I did it properly. The next thing I drank after that, a few hours later, is this. Same concept, putting it in water. And this one's called Omega Tea. The alpha is for the small intestine, and the omega is for the large intestine. Since I have a large intestine that's been holding on to poop since I was a kid, right? Just imagine you eat something. You eat something and poop it out. But then by the time you pooped it out, you already ate again. Because you had breakfast. Maybe you pooped in the morning. You didn't poop your breakfast out, you just ate it. You didn't poop your breakfast out with your morning poop because you just ate. So obviously it doesn't just go right through you. So there's poop in your gut already. Oh, my crease came back. I bet you if I poop, it'll go away. The system's backed up. You eat something, you poop, but that's not what you ate, so you still got food inside you, right? If you eat something and you pooped, it wasn't what you just ate. There was poopy already in there. So now you have the thing that you just ate is in your gut again. So you get what I'm saying? The intestine's never rested. The intestine can only rest if it's empty. Any muscle, even if it's a smooth muscle, it only rests when it's not doing what it's doing. So if you have food that's sitting there, the intestine's holding on to it. It's working. Not to mention the toxins of the metabolic waste. And let's see. In the colon there, you know, you have the breakdown. If you had a muscle that's just constantly working, the muscle starts to break down, right? Muscle, what does it look like when it's healthy? It's full of blood. It's red, you know? It's like, yeah, you got the blood in there. When it's not healthy, it becomes more pale, pink, white, you know? And not as strong, can't push. So that's called a sluggish colon. Pink, if it's pink or white, you know, it can turn black. What's up, Jay? Yeah, just me right now. I might have visitation with my son, so I told him I don't know if I could work out with him today. So the omega T is supposed to pull debris out of the colon. And because I got a sluggish colon, I haven't pooped it out yet, even though it's just powder and, you know, it's been days. The other thing, you could say maybe it's because I haven't had it again. So I had, what was yesterday? Tuesday? Monday I had it, Sunday I had it. So I had 3 servings of the alpha. I had one on Sunday, one on Tuesday, and one yesterday. But I didn't have the omega yesterday because I didn't think I pooped. The omega I had on Sunday, the omega I had Monday. Yesterday was Tuesday, and I didn't have the omega because I hadn't pooped out the first omega yet, but maybe I have to. Anyway, that's next up, and I can't have it 2 hours before or after eating. So because there's maple syrup in this coffee, I'm gonna count that as eating. So instead of doing the omega 2 hours from now, after I have this coffee, I'm gonna make fizzies, including blending, juicing the lemons. And that's it. It seems like we got a lot of new viewers. So I'm just going to stream as much as I can to try to catch you guys up. My name is Master Lukey, mixed martial artist formerly known as Luke Kumo, the Silent Assassin. I got into health coaching, I would say all the way back when I was 19, and I got mono, basically. My glands swelled up, and I started to look into my father's library of natural health books, including Nutrition and Your Mind. That was the first one I read. The second one I read was Sugar Blues. Then I also read Prescription for Nutritional Healing. That was kind of like an encyclopedia, but it was just a big, thick book. That was one of the books that I brought to the Ultimate Fighter house, Ultimate Fighter Season 2 house. I brought 2 books. One was about Qigong, and that was written by Dr. Yang Ming. And the other book was Prescription for Nutritional Healing. They said you can only bring the Bible or a religious book. I said, this is my religion. Energy and healing and nutrition. So I was able to keep those. But when I got into MMA and competition, I learned how to cook for myself, even though I didn't meet Dr. Jubb and become a Life Food certified chef until 2006 onward. So I became a health coach, a certified health coach with the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. That certification is from an online school called Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I kind of just did it for the certificate because they encompass a broad range of nutritional protocols, you know. They do things that I don't. But that's where I got the certification as a health coach. But my real certification as a Life Food certified chef comes from Dr. Jubb, and I did that in 2012 into 2013. It was a 4-month extensive training. And that was to certify me more in the healing. So the food preparation is one thing, and that's important because people come to me not knowing anything. And so I teach them about food, like Sir Doyle. You know, I'm not going to tell him to do what I'm doing and just stop eating. He's got a lot of stuff to push out, and the system has to be broomed. Even though I'm not eating, I'm still trying to poop with the alpha and omega tea, right? So, anyway, my website says 24/7. If you ever have any questions, just go to masterluki.com. Jay, I did update everything right onto my page there. So if anybody is interested in contributing to my crypto, I have 2 accounts. One is Bitcoin, one is Sol. I don't think I got into when, Jay. I think it might have been too complicated for me and I just bought Sol, but I'm not sure. One is on Coinbase, one is on Phantom. They're both on masterluki.com. If anybody wants to have health coaching, I do free consulting. I'm not asking for donations as payment for anything. All I'm saying is I do have a donation button and I do accept donations for anything. For no reason. For Sir Doyle, you know. Hey, William. Do I look like one of the little rascals? Spanky? You see the leader? Hello?
Hi, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there. This is Casey Jones calling on behalf of Superior Home. And how are you today?
Are you calling about solar?
So let me just ask you, would you be interested in learning more about how a remodel of your bathroom could help save you money?
No. Thank you, though. Have a great day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll keep this really quick then. Whether you're looking to update your bathroom,
I should have listened because I think everything is a message. I got triggered and hung up. I know it was a robocall. But as I told Sir Doyle yesterday, everything is from God. So maybe that's schizophrenic behavior, but what does he mean by remodel the bathroom? There's a code in there. I guess they're talking about how by me cleansing, by me healing my gut, by not eating, by taking these 2 teas not eating any food, but keep pooping out stuff that's not supposed to be in my gut. I'm remodeling my bathroom, and that's making my whole house more valuable. I believe it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't believe it. Oh yeah. Sorry, William. Guys, as much as I'm against pharmaceuticals, I do shop at CVS. Their coupons is the reason. I got this for $2.52 with all my coupons. This is gonna be for my my fizzy shots. I'm gonna juice lemons, and I'm going to make fizzy shots. Not right now, but in a little while. I bought another one, which I just used in my coffee, and I paid, not full price, I had another coupon. I paid $5. So $7.50, I got 16 ounces of organic maple syrup. Yes, and that's the leftover coffee from my enema on Sunday. It never went in my enema bag. It never went in my butt. I just brewed it and strained it. And it might be a little watery, to be honest, because I wasn't brewing it for drinking. I was brewing it for the enema. So I didn't worry too much about it. It's still pretty black, though, as you can see. It's probably strong enough. I got to be careful with how much coffee I drink. I might freak out after drinking these 2 large coffees. It might be called a Canadian coffee. You know what? Let me put some cinnamon in it too. Oh yeah. Maple cinnamon coffee. Kind of clumping up in balls there. Balls. Mmm. That cinnamon. Alright. While I'm reeling from my coffee, I'm gonna work on my book a little bit. I'll give you guys a little sneak preview. Gotta allow 72 hours till I find out about Jub's book being live on Amazon. Panda Man. This book talks about overcoming you until you get to the point where the discomfort you're feeling from your current circumstances, that's the symptoms after eating, is greater than the discomfort of the growth required to level up. That's being hungry. So until you get to the point where it sucks so bad living your current life, I just wish I didn't do what I did. How can I make up for it? Until you get to the point where feeling like shit is on a scale of 1 to 100 higher, meaning more powerful than the urge to eat, you will remain stuck. Your innermost thermostat will always pull you back to the right temperature. Get angry at your inner loser. Tell him you're no longer to tolerate living the way you've been living. Parasites. You got to translate these things because everything comes from physical. As much as people want to say we're energy bodies living in a spiritual body. Sorry, a physical body. As much as people want to say we're spiritual beings living in a physical world, that may be true, but everything spiritual, all energy is read out on the physical. Energy does not exist by itself. It has to come through a vessel. So, yeah, okay, we're energy, but that doesn't matter. That's like talking about outer space. Fine, cool, great. But what about the body? That's actually a primary. I'll go body first and then take it back to the spiritual. You get what I'm saying? So when he's saying the discomfort you're feeling from your current circumstances, he's thinking mentally like, oh yeah, this sucks, dang, I feel like this sucks. But I'm saying this is actual physical. The discomfort in the brain of the gut, the inflammation, the dysbiosis. Until your symptoms are so bad that you'd rather not eat. And even then, I'll tell you from experience, I still went back. It took me plant medicine, medical marijuana, and tobacco to be able to not eat over the past 2 days. Now I think I'm over the hump. I'm 2 days in. I'm not going to go back. I'm not tempted like on day one just to eat a little something. I smoked 4 cigarettes. 2 the day before, 2 on Monday, 2 yesterday. I quit smoking on number 4. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did that. To be empty now as much as I can be and be on a roll. I'm on a roll. I'm 3 days in my cleanse. 3 days in my fast. Day 2 is the hardest day, they say. Which sounds about right. Anyway, thank you, Panda Man, for being a faster. Let's check out Panda Man because he's so dope. Just look how jacked he is. Ready? You need a nap, William? Go ahead, man. Don't let me stop you. It's good for you. Should be somewhere over here. $168,000 followers. Yo. Let's see what the new video is about. Stop beating yourself up for fakes. These are days. Mountain Dog. 2 undisputable facts. Here we go.
Facts about putting on muscle. I get this question a lot. Does the panda work for putting on muscle? Yes. Why? One fact that hardly ever talked about putting on muscle, you want to be more insulin sensitive to put on muscle. If your body fat, man, let's say your body fat's above 15%, do not worry about putting on muscle. Unless you're an athlete like a lineman, that's a little bit different. But when you're insulin resistant, when you're above 15%, you're in that 20%, 25% range. You try to put on muscle, guess what's going to happen? You're just going to pack on more fat and make your health worse. So for men, ideally, let's get you in that 10 to 12% range to put on muscle. That was something Mountain Dog, aka John Meadows, hammered home to me back in the day, and Scott Avery. So I've been taught by some of the best bodybuilding minds in the world, and I was coached by them for years with this stuff. So we want to get more insulin sensitive. Now what happens when we do that? Well, calorie partitioning, nutrient partitioning. The more insulin sensitive we are, when we're training hard, right? So we're fasting, beasting, and feasting, more of those nutrients are more likely to go to the muscle cells than the fat cell when we're more insulin sensitive.
Beasting.
Facts about putting on.
Fasting, beasting, and feasting.
Think about how most people eat. They're eating mindlessly. They're eating in their car. They're eating while they're doing whatever. There's no mindfulness to what they're doing. So we want to bring the mind to the food experience. And when we have the Stoic philosophy with that, presence is a big thing with that. Present and being centered where you're at. Think about how most people eat. They're eating mindlessly. They're eating in their car. They're eating while...
Let me text him. You pooped? Nice, William. You're welcome. I have that effect on people. My bacteria in my gut, it energetically is communicating with the bacteria in your gut, even through the internet, and telling you to poop. They said, come on, man, do like us. Ooh, that was a gray and a black. Dang. Panda Man. That's really cool, bro. Let me know if you'd like to set a time to chat about it. I can't afford coaching right now, but I'm powerful shit. Yeah, William. But I'm referring to your content for motivation and information. Today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, day 4. No food for me. Healing my leaky gut and brain. Yeah, I do feel better. Thank you for being a lighthouse. Can't afford coaching right now, but I'm referring to your content for motivation and information. Today's day 4, no food for me. Healing my leaky gut and brain. Thank you for being a lighthouse. That's to the Panda Man. Floaters or sinkers? Floaters. Floaters, and when you flush, it breaks apart. It's not too hard. So I don't know if it's a healthy poop, supposedly. So, let's go over my book, what I got so far real quick, and then I'll show you where I'm at. My book. Okay, now the book cover, I don't have. I had it, but now I don't. This is the inside cover. Page 1, in the beginning was nothing. Energy expands, so you have an explosion. And then condenses. King! Like the sound of metal. King! A cosmic breath. Forms into the ring. The ring is eternal, and then over the eons, the ring becomes a city, a civilization. Warriors. This is it's supposed to kind of like zoom in to the middle, right? And inside there is this. He killed this guy. He feels bad. Now we have a better way. Instead of fighting to the death, we helping each other. But it's still a contest, right? We're still keeping score. This guy's got a higher score. Obviously, he's been doing it longer. Or maybe he's just a training partner, helping out his teammate who's struggling, who's fighting, right? The master teaches protection. Don't fight here. And self-development. Battle on the floor. Maybe I could coach for Panda Man. Can I post a pic of a healthy poop? I have pictures of gallstones that I pooped out. So instead of fighting, they do a push-up contest. That's like one of the things I would do if somebody comes in to the gym for a challenge match, or if one of my students brings in a bully or a friend that wants to spar. You know, I tell them, if any of your friends want to spar, you can only do it at the gym under supervision. So, oh, my friend wants to spar. Okay, bring him down. Start with the warm-up, right? Push-ups, etc. Panda Man responded back to me. Excellent. And I've got options that literally fit anyone's budget. Always happy to chat if you want to go over. Teamwork. This I want to change. I want to change this part rather than destroy it. I forgot. It came to me and I was like, oh, I'll remember to change it. Now I can't remember what it was. Teamwork to progress. Because it says rather than destroy, but you can't really see, like, there's not a picture of destruction. This you could say teamwork. Maybe I'll change that too. Anyway, you know, the idea is you got 3 people here, you got 3 people here. Maybe I'll even zoom in on this one. Hold on, let's see. If we go... Photoshop. I think you still get the idea. And they're bigger. You get it, right? Alright. Save. Save as. Look. Save as. JPEG. Save over the old one. Yep. Close this. Close this. Okay, I think I can close this. Yep. This is my t-shirt. I'm gonna take the Pfizer logo and make it say fucker. It's a joke. Side project. This is what I'm really working on. It's called the Big Six.
So the balls of your feet stand. Above the collarbone, on the collarbone, and below the collarbone on one side. So I'm starting on the left. We're going to do both. And then I want you to start to tap. So like slap it and tap it. Like you're tapping somebody on the back saying, it's okay. Right? And then I want you to rub in circles. Do some circles clockwise, do some circles counterclockwise. Okay? And then people always say, how fast do you go? How deep do you go? How hard do you go? What's my answer?
Yes.
Yes. Just don't cause pain when you do it. Now go to the other side, collarbone. So rub above the collarbone and below the collarbone, different speeds, different depths. Then tap above the collarbone, on the collarbone, below the collarbone, and then do your circles counterclockwise, clockwise, whatever you feel comfortable with. That's spot number one. So I just cleared the spot if there's a block there. Now all the other places are going to drain better because I've just opened up the big sewage pipe at the street. Does that make sense? So if I'm flushing my toilet, but the pipe is blocked at the street, doesn't matter how much I flush my toilet, it's still going to get blocked because the street is blocked. You follow? You just unclog the street. Now I'm going to go to spot number two. Spot number two is I want you to go on the side of the neck to the top of the neck, right behind the angle of the jaw, below the skull, right below the lobe of the ear where you would pierce the ear. And I want you to take your hand and I want you to start to rub up and down in that spot. And then I want you to lightly tap. This one you have to go easier on. And I want you to do your circles. Right? And then do the same on the other side. Right? So rub any direction, up and down, back and forth, wherever. Lightly tap. And then do some circles. Right? That's spot number two. So now 2 is going to start to go down into what? 1. Now I'm going to go to spot number 3. Spot number 3 is going to be at the shoulder joint, right where your chest muscle attaches to your shoulder, and that's what's called your axilla. This is the one where women who have breast cancer usually have the lymph nodes in this region here. This gets clogged when you have swelling in the arm or the hand. I want you to take your hand and I want you to rub across where the shoulder attaches to the pectoral, right there. Right? And if you're watching, you can lift your arm up a little bit and come underneath that pec a little bit right here. And I want you to use your whole hand now and slap across that shoulder. And I want you to use your whole underneath that pec a little bit right here. And I want you to use your whole hand now and slap across that shoulder / pec region. And then I want you to do some circles. Big circles with your hand. Don't be afraid to get them.
Then go to the other shoulder. Rub across that back. Right? Across the shoulder. And then do your tapping. And then do some circles. That's spot number 3. So we're halfway there. Now the next spot is going to be the abdomen. Right? So I may have to stand up here a little bit so people that are watching and change this up. So if you need to hear me speak, can you still hear me okay through the mic? Perfect. Okay. All right. So I want you to place one hand flat on your belly button. One hand above that, so you're covering your whole abdomen. This is where most of your lymphatics. And then I want you to tap both hands. Huh? Then what I usually like to do is so I can.
Hello. I can't hear you, bro. You gotta call me back. This just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. It's not working. I'm trying to get the letters to go straight up and down. And them all to be on the same line. Okay. Pull down on the right side of the box. Oh. Dang. All right. Well, sorry, I wasn't reading. Thank you, William. I'll check back more often if I can.
Okay.
Yo.
I think what we should do with that money in 20 years or so, we should put it toward houses like the one we got. One you want to let your father? Houses like that. Put all that money into those houses, put the houses above our names, and to make it non-property. So when we give every time we make money off that, we give it back to make more. And the money that for ourselves we're gonna have, because we're gonna have our music careers and our show and everything make us money. That's why it's true. We gotta give to save the world. We got to use it to save these children, to get people on the mass salute diet, to get people on the mass salute fitness, to stop the child trafficking, all that stuff. Anybody comes back to us, we give it back to the cause. And then the money that we get from our music on the channel, that we use ourselves.
It's funny how you think you're telling me this. Because I never said anything other than that.
To me, or what you said to me, but then you were saying something different. I think you're right the first time.
I never said anything different than that.
Well, let's do it. Let's do this. Let's get that money back and do this. And get the show going so we have... The show will give us, the music career will give us money for ourselves. I think it's a great plan. I think you had to make plan the first time. The first time we had it right. So, what we'll do? I think we're in agreement. 2 more big dogs in the list. And we're going to make a lot of money off the music and off the show. That's all we're going to need. We're not going to need 20 years show.
Are you calling me because you saw what happened last night?
What happened? I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't see the channel yet today?
Why? Was it big? Was there a lot of hits?
What do you think?
I think it was going up because every time we go do it, it goes up. I
So-
don't know how much it's going up, but I'm going up.
So you think because we've been going up, then yesterday we went up again?
Yeah, I think that's what you're saying, and that's what you're getting at. That's what you're getting at.
First of all, do you remember how many subscribers I said I had yesterday?
Yeah,
How many?
you said something like 16, 1700.
I said what?
You said something like 16 or 1700, I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You said over 1600, you said.
Oh, all right. I thought I said 1,500.
No, you said over 16.
All right. Well, it's at 1,680 now.
Very good. Was that 81?
Maybe.
Wow. Wow. We're doing great.
And the video itself.
We were a real podcast. We are a real podcast. All the success we're having, you think we're not a real podcast?
And on the video last night, we got a total of 35 likes, which is 5 more than we got last time.
Wow.
We got 30 likes last time on the one that was 32K views.
Yeah.
32K views and 30 likes. This one from last night, 35 likes. And guess how many views?
How many?
I'll give you one guess.
35%.
What?
You said 35 before.
No, 35 likes.
Yeah.
2 days ago was 30 likes. 2 days ago was 30 likes and 32K views. Yesterday was 35 likes. Yesterday was 35 likes. Yesterday was 35 likes. And I'm telling you to guess how many views.
32K views.
32K is the one that we got the other day.
What do we get today?
32K views and 30 likes for 2 days ago. That was our biggest one ever. Until last night when we got 5 more likes, 35 likes. And you're saying only 32K views. Equal. You are wrong. I'll give you one more chance.
35K views.
Eh.
34, 36K views.
Eh.
37K views.
Eh.
38K views.
Eh.
39K views.
Eh.
40K views.
Cha-ching.
Looking. So people don't think either one of us are shallow. We should together, say together, what we're going to do with this money. Which is what you and I have planned. And what now I agree on. That what we're going to do. Because if we tell them that, they're going to log on the show even more. Because see, well, these guys are not only great performers, they're great guys. They're giving everything to the people.
Let's start with one building first. Let's see if we can save this building.
Well, we should announce what we're going to do. Because we all do know that we're going to get this money. So we should announce to them what we're going to do with it.
We should listen to what you say. We should do everything that you say because you're a fucking genius. Don't listen to what I say.
I'm not always right, but you're not always right either.
Okay, Sir Doyle, don't focus on one thing at a time. Don't grow from where you are. Let's jump around and think about something that's a cloud sometime in the future.
The fact that they already know we're getting this money, we're going to let them know that we're not planning on keeping it.
What are you basing that on? Have you done any research about anything? Or are you just coming up with something that you think is a good idea? You haven't done any research, Sir Doyle.
That's what we're going to do with the money, looking.
You haven't done any research. Like I said yesterday, you want to do something with your money, give people your money, that's all you, bro. You want to go into the future in your mind and think about something that hasn't happened and just think about something and think, oh, that'll be great. That's fine. You want to focus on that? That's not how you get the job done. You want to focus and get a job done? You do one thing at a time and you focus where you are. You don't go out into the future and say, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. You know how long I've been doing that? 14 years since I came to Limbrook, and I'm still in the same spot. You have to focus where you are and grow from where you are. We want people to contribute to this building. We want people to help us out. We're not in the position to help anybody out. All these houses, all these people, you think you're going to do something crazy and grand. Let's start with one simple thing. No, William, I'm sorry. I'm not putting my foot up his ass, but I'm not going to let him come into my headspace with his idea and distract me from actually getting work done. I'm sorry, Sir Doyle. We should be talking about what you're doing today as far as coming over and eating and getting your food. You want to talk about... You want to talk about the house and... All right, well, call me when you get back then. Call me when you get back then. See if I'm still here. You know, and then you can come over. If I'm still here, you can come over and we can try to get people to help us, like what you're saying. Get the money and help people. For now, we just have to be the example online because that's the way we're reaching people. Nobody's coming over here. They're reaching us. We're reaching them through the internet.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I want to do a lot, but I learned that you have to start with one simple thing. If you want, when you come over, we'll call Dime. We'll call.
I gotta get dressed now.
We'll call.
I'll call you when I get back.
Yeah, and remind me to call Dime Bank. I think that's the next move for the money.
Definitely.
All right. Hopefully I'm still here. Later.
All right.
God bless. Bye. Was it bad, James? I get triggered easily. Yes, my bad, Beth. I actually haven't spoken to Dr. Jubb still. He told me that he was helping with a natural birth, so I didn't want to bother him. But I know it's important for you. And I have a couple of things to send you. Plus, Kathy will be here this weekend, and you guys will basically be doing the same program for healing, so I'll send it back with her. So she can give you also your jacket. Okay, dude, try to call you with your idea and owns it as his own. But he's talking about his 128 trillion now. He inherited 128, sorry, 2800. He inherited 2800 trillion, and so that's the money he's talking about. But yeah, definitely my idea.
Put more pressure is I like to stack my hands one on top of each other, and then I press in a little harder to the abdomen, and then I'm going to rub in circles. Right? So I'm pretty much right in the center of the abdomen, just like that. Right? And you're going to start to move all those guts around. Okay? So that's spot number 4. Now spot number 5, because our hands are free lower, we can do both of these at the same time. I want you to find right in the hands one on top of each other, and then I press in a little harder to the abdomen, and then I'm going to rub in circles. Right? So I'm pretty much right to the abdomen. Stack my hands. Then what I hands. This is where most. So I want you to place one hand flat on your belly button. One hand above that, so you're covering your whole abdomen. This is where most of your lymphatics live. I want you to just rub up and down. Right? And then I want you to tap both hands.
I guess the coffee
Then what I usually like to do is, so I can put more pressure,
got me
I
flying.
stack my hands one on top of each other, and then I press a little harder to the abdomen, and then I'm going to rub in circles. Right? So I'm pretty much right in the center of the abdomen, just like that. Right? And you're going to start to move all those guts around. Okay? So that's spot number 4. Now, spot number 5, because our hands are free lower, we can do both of these at the same time. I want you to find the crease of the groin. That's where when you sit down, you have that crease that you see in your pants. And when you put your hands here, you can go up and down over the crease. You can go in line with the crease. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. And then when you tap here, just be careful, because it's a delicate region here. All right, and don't hit too hard. I just want you to slap over the crease of the groin, and you're going to work what's called your inguinal lymph nodes. And then put your hands over that crease and do circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. Right? And then the last one, you can do standing if it's comfortable for you, and you can bend in your hips and your knees and your back comfortably, or you may sit. We're going to go behind the knee at the crease of the knee, right? So I'm going to sit down on this one, so it's a little bit easier for me to use the mic here. All I want you to do is put your hands behind the crease of both knees, and I want you to rub above the crease and below the crease. So you're pretty much
2.8 quintillion.
The top part of your calf, the bottom part of your hamstring, and behind.
Let's go, baby.
And then I want you to slap and tap right behind the knee.
Slapped it at that.
Okay. And then do your circles. Inside circles, outside circles behind the knee. And if you're able to, and you're at home or you're at a place where you can do it, I want you to just stand up again if you're seated.
Shit.
I want you to keep the balls of your feet on the ground. So the balls of your feet stay on the ground, but your heels are going to come off the ground. And I want you to lightly bounce a little bit.
Oh, what is this?
On the ground, kind of like, I want you to, and then do calf behind the knee. Bend in your hips and your knees and your... And then the last one, you can do standing if it's comfortable for you, and you can bend in your hips and your knees and your back comfortably, or you may sit. We're going to go behind the knee.
Next, the business can cause damage.
Right? So I'm going to sit down on this one, so it's a little bit easier for me to use the mic here. All I want you to do is put your hands behind the crease of both knees, and I want you to rub above the crease and below the crease. So you're pretty much hitting a little bit on the top part of your calf, the bottom part of your hamstring, and behind the knee. And then I want you to slap and tap right behind the knees. Okay? And then do your circles. Inside circles, outside circles behind the knee. Okay? And if you're able to, and you're at home or you're at a place where you can do it, I want you to just stand up again if you're seated, and I want you to keep the balls of your feet on the ground. So the balls of your feet stay on the ground, but your heels are going to come off the ground. I want you to lightly bounce a little bit on the ground, kind of like you're doing a little mini trampoline. And I want you to shake out your hands a little bit. I want you to breathe in and out through your nose. So now you're doing a form of rebounding, because that also moves lymphatics, right? And you usually do that for about 20, 30 seconds, as long as you want to. And that's a good way to end it, because now when you decrease some of the tightness and the blockages, now you're moving the pumping mechanism. Because most humans don't do jumping up and down. Kids do, but adults don't. Right? Because they think it looks silly. But that you're also using your calves there, and your calves are the pump that move the venous fluid and lymph fluid down low, up high. right? So you did a lot of things here. First of all, it probably feels pretty good. Yes. Two, you just released tension and tightness in the areas that get the most tension and tightness and that have a decrease in blood flow to and from tissues. You moved your lymphatics, but you also probably feel like you just rubbed and slapped those joints. Yes? So what you did was, from, if we tie back into a neurological level, your brain now has what they call the proprioceptive mechanoreceptive input from stimulation around the skin and to the nerves to the joints. So now your brain has a better sense of what? Awareness of where your joints are, which changes the sensory input in the brain, which changes your sense of uncertainty and safety, because now your brain knows better where the joints are, so it lets you move with more freedom. You understand?
Oh yeah.
So that's another neurological reason why it works so well, because most people have such poor sensory awareness around their joints. That's one of the reasons that joints lose mobility, is because they don't have a sense of their own environment. And you do that every single day, once a day. It doesn't matter if you do it in the morning or the afternoon or the evening. It's just whatever is comfortable for you. Just the time frame that you're going to do it, and then you're good. That's it. And then we teach way more than that.
I'm cutting out these diamonds because the first mythical beast is
self-help video that people can purchase
white belt.
anytime on their own for life.
First crystal.
Video, and then we teach an intensive 2-day course with our lymphatic mojo. Mojo just means magic. A course that we teach webcasting through online, and anybody can attend that. And that's about 13 hours of content. That's way more. You're gonna know anything you ever wanted to know about lymphatics when you're done with that.
Yeah, I did your lymphatic mojo course and I really loved it. But this routine is really interesting and awesome. And I will set up something like a challenge for my listeners to try it for maybe 20 to 30 days, and then just give some feedback how it feels.
Okay. I'm running out of memory on my computer, so I can't copy the image. I have to save it, I guess. I'm gonna open it. Hmm. What if I do print screen? Alright, it worked. My graphics designer? No. I mean, yeah, I do it for myself. I do it for my own brand, but I had a lot of I had a lot of practice because I've been working on my own brand for a long time. But it's basic knowledge, you know. Photoshop. I recently started using AI to help me with the pictures, you know. But Thanks, James. Comic explosion word bubble. I can use Midjourney. My sons aren't on. Mia Super Saiyan. This one kind of looks cool. Like how it's like scratches in his forehead. Okay, so Midjourney. Imagine comic book explosion word bubble. Realistic flames and smoke. Oh. I like it. Number 2. Zoom out twice, see if we can get more of that. Empty comic book word bubble. Explosion. Realistic flames and smoke. All right, so here's my train of thought. This one looks like me. This one I don't like. This one looks like me if my chest was super ripped. So if I should go with this one, I think I'm going with this one though. What do you think? This one or this one? Look at the difference in the chest. This one or this one? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 or 2. Type in the chat. I've got 3 people watching. Somebody respond. Boom. Run it again. Number 1. Upgrade 1. And then do very subtle. So it gives you a little different. And this is going to be the new crop of word bubble explosions. Here's the very subtle. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. We're going with this as the original. So now, I'm gonna open in browser. Save image. Empty comic book word bubble explosion with a cosmic space background and made of realistic flames and smoke. Just trying to word it better. Empty comic book word bubble explosion, realistic flames and smoke on a cosmic space background. Interaction failed. Why? Empty comic book word bubble, realistic flame explosion, realistic flames and smoke on a cosmic space background. Oh, it did it. I like this one here. Upgrade 2. Delete that. Okay, we'll do very subtle. I kind of like this one, actually. Very subtle again. Just keeps giving you different versions until you find one that you like. Go like this one. Very subtle. Once I click the button, and you see how it says waiting to start here? Now it says fast here. That's costing me money, that particular amount of time. So I buy a certain amount of hours in the month, and then that time that it was running, making the thing, that's what I get charged for. I think this is about the best I can do. I'll do one more very subtle, and I think maybe that's the one that I'll go with. Unless there's something here that looks better. Fast hours is what you buy. This one actually looks cool. What is this? Now I'm gonna zoom out. See if I could put cauliflower ears on this guy. Oops. And these pictures kind of come together. This is the book editing process. Because my book is a lot of pictures, right? I got to show all these pictures, what the guy was just doing on the video. So, this is how I'm writing my book. Instead of sitting there typing or using a pen and paper, I'm designing it, on my computer here. These look all about the same, I think. Really cool, though. Like a lot. I'll go with this one because it's got the most stars in the background. Here. Upgrade 3. Web. Visit site. Okay. Image. I'm gonna, let's see. Copy. Text it to myself. Well, it looks like an eye, right? Okay. takes so long because my computer's like running out of memory or something. Oh. Fuck. I hope my computer didn't freeze. Oh my god, imagine. All this work that I just did. Well, Midjourney's not frozen, so if Photoshop freezes, then fuck. It'll be like a half hour maybe wasted. Anyway. Let's keep the faith that it's all gonna work out. Homegrown spearmint leaves. Smell good. Ooh. This garbage is ripe. Have any homegrown Mary Jane leaves? I wish. I recently learned that you can actually grow your own in New York now. 6 plants, I believe. So it's probably too late in the season to do an operation like that. 6 plants. It would cost a bit of a setup. There would have to be lights for indoor. Just look outside this window here. All these cars are parked on my dad's property. All the way to the blue car there. That blue car to that wall. And back to those bushes. So that's prime real estate for growing. Could be, what do you call it? Could be a greenhouse. It could be outdoor. Could grow my own food. Could put a mulberry tree. Like I always wanted. Not always, but since what I wanted recently. Since I started eating fresh mulberries, I'm like, damn. If I had a mulberry tree, I would put a big net under the lowest branches to catch them all. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so I did 10 so far. And I'm gonna pour this liquid out just in case it gets overflowed. Like last time. I might have did more than 18 last time, but I don't remember. So just to be sure, I don't waste. Waste not, want not. Oh yeah. Non-organic lemon. Sue me. Sue me for what? I would like actually some special seeds there, Jay, yeah. I was thinking, is there like an heirloom, organic, non-hybrid? What is it, OG Kush? Is that the original? Hopefully, when I go to the Hamptons Cannabis Expo, I'll be able to learn more about the different strains, how they do it, because the event is, I believe, centered around plant medicine. I'll show you the flyer that I have and the bio they gave me. My friend, I typed up a bio and he put it through AI and I think it came out really great. August 1st, so coming up soon. I'll be nice and skinny from my fast. Hopefully I'll look younger. I'll have more energy. I'll be able to speak about being a health coach confidently. Not be embarrassed that I'm not living my mission. It was hard. It was really hard, guys, to get to be where I'm at. I hung myself a couple of times because of the depression. I definitely think this house has something to do with it. Since I saw on the video of me doing the planks yesterday, I got a really bad bald spot. And the top of my hair is very thin. And I think that's a side effect of mold. If you look it up, mold causes baldness. And it could be internal mold too, you know, in the gut. And what can I do about the house, you know? People said, my brother's been trying to get me to move out from under my dad for a long time. Why don't you just move out from I'm like, bro, I can't afford it. So it is what it is. But anyway. I want to be able to confidently speak and be, you know, be the health coach. Just like I'm talking to you, I keep you guys posted on my progress, and I'm going to talk to you almost every day. But somebody I just meet, and they're, you know, they meet me at the Cannabis expo or whatever, wherever. And yeah, I want to live it, speak it, live it, be it. If I'm not a crazy person, if I'm not schizophrenic and I have delusions of grandeur, and I really am a health coach that can help everyone. I've spoken of in prophecy, like this girl from Australia told me. She said I had a prophecy about you. I said, wow, I don't know if we should talk. You're speaking to my crazy part. You know? I don't know if I need that type of encouragement. What do you think, guys? I want to usher in a world religion. One nation. Under Master Lukey. With health food for all. You don't know, to be honest, never seen heirloom written on a cannabis seed package. FJT, FJB, F them both. RFK in this house. Now you can vote for you, everyone. I don't F anybody. None of them are who they say they are, right? Biden's a puppet. Trump's a crook. And RFK is MK. RFK is Manchurian. I'll vote for him just for the subject matter. About health. You know, it's my time. Donald Trump's promoting McDonald's in the White House. And RFK is not. So that's ultimately the reason why I'm going to vote. It's just because the language that's going to be circulating in the people. We're going to be talking about things that I want to be talking about. You know, hey, you hear what RFK said, right? That reminds me about health food. Something like that. You know? Oh, he can do a lot of pull-ups. Let's go. Fitness is very important. Did you know I'm a coach? Yeah. Maybe I can get an online business. Like all these coaches advertising. Right? It's time to kick it in a high gear, boys. Once my book comes out, I'll be considered an expert in my field. And then Joe Rogan can't say shit. Where's your martial arts book, Joe Rogan, huh? Where's your martial arts instructional book? Joe Rogan. Wow, a lot of freaking lemon juice, holy. These GMO lemons are beasts. GMO for everyone. GMO, it's really fun. You think it's fun? GMO, GMO for everyone. GMO, you think it's fun? GMO, just watch me explode. GMO, oh my god, it's a load. I don't know. Oh my god, what I said, you know, I didn't know. Oh my god, I didn't know. What you didn't know. GMO, what you didn't know. GMO, it'll make you explode. Shoot, I don't have any ice. Job's longevity label. Longevity tea. Keep up. Okay. I know, I haven't warmed up and you don't like my style, you and Londos. 2 weeks ago. yourselves. Go yourselves, both of you. Half teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon of salt in each. I'm trying to get Doyle over later, but the thing is that he's got a psychiatrist appointment and I might have visitation with my son, so I'm waiting to hear back. You know, as a schizophrenic deadbeat, I have to have my mother supervise me via court order. Or I had to anyway. Technically now I can see my sons whenever they want. Whenever they want is the key, because they don't want to. But grandma, you know, they love grandma. She gives them junk food. What I would consider junk food. She considers it, you know, vegetarian. But it's like pasta and cheese, and she's the one who gave goldfish to my son first. And the dairy has caused his intestines to grow. Too big. Plus he's been given antibiotics. So if I don't save him, he's gonna end up with a belly that hangs over like yours, Lundos. I don't want him to end up with a belly that hangs over like yours. Because that's gonna be really hard to fix. I think it's possible. I believe it. You might end up just with like that loose skin. You ever see somebody who loses a lot of weight and then they just got like skin hanging? Don't be offended. I didn't mean to offend anybody who has a belly that hangs over. If you have a belly that hangs over, I wouldn't even turn you away if you wanted to heal. Londos, you can't come. Don't show up over here. Unless you're wearing your luchador mask. If you wear your luchador mask, you can show up. Other than that, I'm turning you away at the door. Luchador mask and a Brooks Brothers suit. You said you're coming over here, show up with that or don't show up at all. I mean it. Ooh, I do have ice, yes. Not a lot, but it's enough. Turn this on. Fill it up. Shake this. I know you have both. Offended by a nut? What does it matter where it's coming from? Just because somebody's not crazy, you listen to them more? Oh, like a celebrity, right? You're one of those guys, if Kurt Angle says something, it's gospel to you. Kurt Angle tells you to shave your nuts. You say, yes, sir. Let's see. Ooh, wow, that's really good. I was wondering if I would have to dilute it, but I might have to pour this into this so it's not so diluted, but it's not diluted at all. It's very lemony. Beer hangover and a belly hangover bought and paid for. Okay. How much did you pay for? How much did you spend on beer, bro? Yikes. I wouldn't turn you away, William. Wouldn't turn you away. You know why? Because I know how to make a healthy beer. And if you came here, I would make it for you. And then all I would ask is that we go into business together and you help me. Londos is all talk. He goes, yeah, I'll help you with your business, but you gotta do it my way. I said, no thanks. No entrepreneur in their right mind would allow somebody to come in like that. Go to some investor or go to somebody with $1 million idea and say, I'll pay for it, but you give me control. Okay, Londos. You have to think I'm crazy to let you choose what kind of fucking direction I go with my company. You really do think I'm crazy. I thought you were just trolling. You actually think I'm crazy that I would listen to any suggestion that you have about my business in order to get your money. Now, I can hear your suggestion. I don't have to listen to it. You know, I can consider anything you say, and I do. Even when you offer unsolicited advice, I listen, you know, I hear it, I consider it, and then usually it's a dumb idea. That's your fault, not mine. You can belly up with the rest of them. All right, William. You and Londos can share a bunk. World famous fizzy shot. Actually, this is the iced version. Iced fizzy. So you gotta zoom out. Okay, so lemon, fresh lemon juice, maple syrup, Celtic salt, water. Not in that order. Lemon juice, water, lemon juice, purified water, maple syrup, and Celtic salt. Third of a teaspoon baking soda on top of the ice. Now you take, this should be refrigerated, it's fresh though. So what you're gonna see is the immediate reaction causing foam. If you refrigerate this and then you do this whole process again, it will simply be a delicious effervescent beverage. But you're gonna see it foam up. I'm gonna have to drink it quick. Put this one in the fridge. The baking soda is like scrubbing bubbles for the intestine. And it helps you poop, which means it helps you cleanse. Iced fizzy. To your health. Salud. mojo calls. Oh, my fruit's closed. Hello? This? There it is. Alright. Cheers. The kids love it? Wow. We're good dads, eh? Awesome. That'll brighten up anyone's day, huh? I'm jealous. It worked. It worked. Let's go. That's so awesome, Jeff. Oh my God. 8 unread audio messages. A minute, a minute, a minute. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 messages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minutes. Do you guys want to hear this? The lady on my channel that I posted, Carmen. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Claire. Am I speaking to the business owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be interested in what you're selling. Thanks anyway. Have a nice day. What ethnicity do you think that girl was? I should have talked to her. Joe Bew. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. No, not the Canadian Nightmare, Londos. This is, Carmen is from, Georgia. Georgia, the state. Joe Bew, what up? Where you been? I feel something. I don't know if it's poopy, but I feel something. I mean, it's definitely poopy, but I don't know if it's coming yet. I just felt something. Some girl is trying to flee from her parole officer on live right now. Wow. Working at a job that almost killed you, got laid off and looking. Happy though, that's what's important. Congrats. Congrats, Joe. That's great. SF Collegiate Solid. Bold italic. Alright, I'll take you through this from the beginning. The book is called MMA Black Belt. I don't know what happened to my cover. There was a whole picture behind here. But the book is called MMA Black Belt on one side. And then when you flip the book over and turn it around, the other side is the Master Luki menu. Okay? So that's the cover. MMA Black Belt. I'm finishing the MMA part first. And then we come into the inner cover or page 1. 30 years of mixed martial arts training and instruction is compiled in this book. Semicolon, of the most effective and efficient techniques, semicolon, and how to practice, dash, the safest way. Fighting is the most dangerous activity in the world, and long-term effects of injuries can only be studied after the damage is done. Champions fight toward a healthy future for all of us. All of us. In the beginning was nothing. Energy expands and condenses. Bling! Condensed into this. A cosmic breath turns into the ring. Is eternal. Okay, so after eons, this turns into a civilization. And in the middle of that circle, warriors battle. So we had this guy, he killed him. That's the old way, fighting to the death. Now the battle is helping each other. So even though he's doing push-ups and he's telling him to do push-ups, he's helping him. And he's also helping him, by the way. It's like sparring. The master teaches protection and self-development. Maybe I'll call that self-improvement. What do you think? Self-improvement or self-development? Teamwork to progress rather than destroy. I gotta change the words. I'm not liking it right now. The business can cause damage. Here you have prize fighting, one guy down. Here you have football, guy's messed up. Irreparable damage. Only studied after, dash, too late. Here you have a guy punching a guy on the ground right in his head. How can we practice MMA the safest way? So you have me sleeping in the gym, homeless, and then you have me coming up with Master Luki's League of Champions. Number 1, the Bull Pegasus, fitness. And that's where we're at. The Big 6 is a lymph flow exercise. You know what? No. Could be an ebook, definitely. I mean, I'm making it for print because there's pages in it that you use pen and paper to keep track. Hand drawn. That was the hand drawn, right? And then AI. Hand drawn. AI. Hand drawn. AI. This one's cool. Look though. Look at the flames coming out. It's like a Japanese demon or something. That's the third mythical beast. The first one is the bull Pegasus. Teaches fitness. So kind of interesting how everything lines up. Like I'm fasting finally. I'm gonna get to where I want to be physically, and that means no fat. And I'm gonna lose a lot of size and strength, but then I'm gonna use this book, use this mythical beast to keep track of my training. Okay, here's an old one. Using Hyros, using Nerf guns to motivate. So you do a certain amount of exercise, for example, forward roll. Maybe it's bodyweight squats, maybe split squats, push-ups, sprawl jumps, anything. You earn, the fist is how many you did, and then the target is how many shots you get, okay? You build up your shots, you get all the bullets, and then you come over here, and you shoot, and you see how many scores you get. It's called target exercise. I use this method of keeping score for a lot of things. For grappling. For techniques, there's no pictures here, but jab, cross, weave, clinch, single leg, takedown into open guard. Nerf guns are great, huh? And you build your own combos, you keep track of them. And so you never have to think about what to do next in a fight. You just have a memorized move set. Like when you watch a fighting game and somebody makes a mistake, the other person blocks it, and then all of a sudden they go on this tear and they just do like a juggling pattern of moves. And the person, they can't break the pattern. They can't interrupt the combo, and it takes out a big chunk. But that takes thousands of practice times. The guy's, he's got to go, circle. If you see him on the joystick, he's going like this, pressing the button, doing a circle, press this way, and he's practiced that move thousands of times. You'd probably like the gel blasters. It's a new technology for toy guns, and they're smaller and they hurt a little bit, not as much as paintball, but they definitely can leave a mark, but they shoot straighter. The Nerf, you gotta adjust because they kind of wobble in the air. I'm trying to find the other. Here's an example. Living Phoenix is teaching combos. So you write your combo out, and then you make a mark every time you practice the combo, and you want to get up to 66 or 69, 64, I think it is, reps. Talk about it another time, but there's one for the Bull Pegasus. Here it is. So you got your exercise. You could put your date here, and then how many reps you did, or how many sets, or whatever. This is the warm-up to everything. The big six, they call it. It's for your lymph system. Alright. So... merge these layers. Let's bring it down a little bit. All right. So I'm gonna have another fizzy, and then I'm gonna bid you farewell because I have to go get glasses. My glasses came in. My glasses came in a while ago. So I'm gonna go get glasses, and I'm either gonna come back and stream with Sir Doyle, or go see my kids at my parents' house. Good seeing you too in the chat there, Joby. I hope you come back. Lemon juice, water, maple syrup, and Celtic salt. Ice, and a half teaspoon of baking soda. Foam. I'm transitioning in a way that is prescribed by my teacher, Dr. Jubb. Wrote his program for a specific reason. The idea is to clean out what's not supposed to be there, and what's meant to be there is health. We're supposed to be healthy. Get to that in a sec, Joe. We're supposed to be healthy. It's not a matter of doing something to get healthy. It's a matter of clearing away the things that are making you not healthy. So for me, it took me a long time, but I got rid of all junk food. So it's top down. Learn, eat health food, Life Food Certified. Next is the liver. It's right here. That is the tap at the top of the intestinal tract. So once you clear all the stones out, it can produce the amount of bile that you need to move food through the intestine. Once you can empty out, then the intestines can heal itself. That's what I'm up to, intestinal cleanse. But until you're able to eat healthy and completely flush the liver out of debris that's not supposed to be there, that takes multiple flushes. You're not going to be able to heal the intestine. And the coffee enema, I only do that as part of the liver flush. I don't just do coffee enemas because it's like, oh, you need to do a coffee enema to clean out. That's a drug. What's the reason why you can't poop without a coffee enema? That's because the liver has to be flushed out. Once you can poop out on your own accord because the liver is working properly, then you want to empty out the intestine and allow that to heal itself. So what I'm doing, like I talked about in the beginning of today, this stream, is there's these two herbal powders that I'm putting in water to drink. The next time I'll do that will probably be tonight. Hopefully I'll poop by then. Because I started to feel it last night, there's another poop inside me. So that's the omega tea, and then this, I'm hoping it'll help me poop. And then I'm going back to the alpha tea. The alpha tea pulls debris from the walls of the small intestine. The omega tea pulls debris from the walls of the large intestine. So combined with not eating, I'm hoping to see some stuff that's like deep down in there that I was never able to clean out. Because there was always a trail from the poop of the food that I ate. Do a coffee enema, you're empty. Then you ate again. Now all of a sudden, the intestines have to work again. They can't heal if they're working. Alright, my son just texted me. He's at at my mom's house. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go straight there. I'll get my glasses tomorrow. My oldest son is gonna be a senior in high school next year. Alright. So that's that for now. Get everything out of the way. Do you remember when they were little? You've been around a long time, Joe. You've been with me a long time, huh? Good to have you back, bro. Anybody else watching, thanks for being here too. Except you, Lundos. You shoe. Where does the time go? The natives say, leave good tracks where you go. You know? Not here for a long time, here for a good time. That's a good thing. Nobody lives forever, so I'm not saying die quick. I'm not saying only the good die young type of thing. Or live fast, leave a good looking corpse. I'm saying not here for a long time. Even if you live to be 100, that's not a long time in the grand scheme of things. But be here for a good time. Be here for a good time, meaning you leave good tracks where you go, as the natives say. Religions, they tell you to be a good person. And that's hard. It's hard to be a good person. And it's easy to go the easy way. But the reason why religions tell you to be a good person is not for altruism. It is, but it's actually better for you. Even if you're a selfish person, which everybody is, right? Self-protection. Everybody has the innate, leaning, motivation for survival. And being a good person, as religions prescribe, long term is better for your health and for your vitality, for your feeling, how you feel about yourself. You know, when people get to be old age, oh, I wish I didn't focus so much on worldly things, you know, the cars and the money. It didn't satisfy me. It didn't fulfill me. What satisfies, when you ask old people, what's life about? Your relationships, right? So it's not teaching you to be a good person for the religion. It actually comes back around full circle and is better for you. It feels better, even if you're in a, I don't know, maybe a less financially stable situation. You're gonna be stressed about money no matter what. Even rich people stress about money, right? So, if you're a good person and, like they say, live for others, live in service. You know, I'm not perfect, I'm trying. JM, you're gonna bless us with some biblical verses? You got 1 minute. I'm gonna end it at 3-hour stream. And I'm gonna go see my sons. A 3-hour stream. Coming up on 45 seconds, JM. You better get those verses in. I mean it. You're late to the stream. Leviticus 20:13. Okay. I don't have my other phone. Hold on. I'll get it. I sent my brother a screenshot of the 32,000 views on my YouTube. He doesn't believe me. He thinks Google miscounted it, or YouTube miscounted it. And then I showed him the 40K. Leviticus 20:13. Leviticus 20:13. If you come in my chat and act inappropriately or like a troll, you will be ignored from now on. Everybody else,